And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now I was saying earlier on today that liberal leaders and for this instance the Green Party have no sort of tangible ideas, no things that actually they could implement into this country to make the place better. Of course, the UK is on its knees at this moment in time. And I've actually stated that the Green Party, I'm absolutely in shock with it that the Green Party currently have 18% if a general election was called tomorrow. 18% of the country would vote for the Green Party, which is very, very alarming. And I look at the sort of propaganda that they push out like taxing the rich. We SPO of course spoke about that intensely earlier on today. I'm not going to go through that again, but we explained why that doesn't work. However, one of the Green Party members, and so happens to be the deputy leader, basically came out in a video saying that we should be allowing asylum seekers to just come into the country. And essentially, if they were in power, they would have no borders and just allow them to come in. Because they are doctors, engineers, and barbers. Now, I'm going to show you a very, very good clip. Is confronted with this ludicrous talk and speech she said on this video by locals, and they let her know their feelings. Of course. Outside their little bubble on X, no one actually thinks that their ideas are good, but she's rightfully humiliated in front of tons of people because she's speaking absolute nonsense. In today's video, we are going to be watching and reacting to that. But first, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. So, before we get into the confrontation, which we're going to get to in a moment, I just want to give you a little reminder of what the deputy leader of the Green Party, Rachel Millwood, said regard to asylum seekers. Fundamentally, I do not think we should be housing asylum seekers in camps. And people say, well, what should we be doing? And I'm like, well, asylum seekers should have the right to work. And that would mean that people could come and they could integrate into our society. They could bring skills that we need. Actually, these, there are doctors and surgeons, and I don't know, barbers and all sorts of different people, and they could come and bring those skills and integrate into our society and then pay their way and have that dignity, and that would be better for their well-being and better for our communities. Having hundreds of people on one site who've all been through serious trauma recently is clearly a high-risk situation in various different ways. It would be much better if they were more integrated. So that's not a NIMI position, is it? That's a please let's welcome people properly position. Rachel is absolutely right, I think, when she talks about the fact this is a high-risk situation. If you had 600 men unable to work from any country, including people who are white, British, and were born here, I feel like there is some risk of potentially disorder, people getting bored. Look at the way prisons operate. This is not a good situation for anybody. That Rachel was bang on is this is a nuanced discussion, especially when it comes to 600 men, and the idea that these people don't get to work there. Put in pretty poor conditions, grouped together with maybe 5 or 6 other people in a small room like theirs. Going to be this testosterone there's. Going to be anxiety maybe anger that's. Nothing to do with being an asylum seeker. So yeah, absolute nonsense, right, you get it, but yeah, she was confronted here in a crowd of people and look at her face. She looks genuinely scared and she looks absolutely clueless and gets completely humiliated because this local absolutely is telling is setting the record straight and is actually of course speaking sense where she's not. Have a watch. Okay, one final question if we may. Thank you. So just to conclude that one then just appears to every person in this room that you're just running down the clock and not giving us a chance. So my second question is actually directly to you, Rachel. It does actually go to you as well, James. You did a video the other day, Rachel, saying that all of these people, you know, doctors and engineers and surgeons that were on that are coming here and we should give them the right to work. Now, firstly, engineers, doctors and surgeons do not come from France on a dinghy and throw their medical certificate overboard. It's very clear to me that you really don't understand the small boat crisis. So therefore, I'm going to say, why don't you resign, both of you, and make way for someone who understands the crisis? It's not a joke, Rachel. I'm serious. You do not have the capabilities to do this. You don't understand the small boat crisis. Step down, both of you, and step down, both of you, let someone else take leads and actually let someone else take leads and get us what we need and get us what we need and represent this community because you represent this community because you. So don't. I appreciate your questions. So I appreciate your questions. I appreciate the passion you've shown in this room. Shown in this room. Point we have to bring things to a point. We have to bring things to a and to conclusion do so, at this point. And to do so, I will say thank you to everyone who. I will say thank you to every question. If you didn't manage, if you didn't get your question answered, you can. To get your question answered, submit further questions to the town. Submit further questions to the town via their website. Council via their website. I'm going to invite the three people who. I'm going to invite the three people originally. If you would still spoke originally, like to do so, to speak, like to do so, well, to speak. You don't have to, but Natalie, well, you don't have to. The platform is yours. The platform is yours. She asked the question to. So again, she asked the question to. Rachel runs scared. Rachel runs scared. Have an answer. She doesn't. And I thought that was. And I thought that was the last question which that meant to be the last question which that her girl would have got her question answered. Have got her question answered. Represents this community as such and represents this community as such and everybody in there giving the lady there. Everybody in there giving the lady there. A standing ovation because she doesn't. A standing ovation because she doesn't. What they want. Represent what they want. The problem this is. She's catering towards. She's catering Bristol Uni students and people that Bristol Uni students and people that sigh up. They're trying to sigh up. With their views. They've got some. Now very popular ones amongst the youth. Very popular ones amongst the youth. I have sympathy for four. Look, I have sympathy for four. I'm also very young and I'm also very young and there's some people a bit older. Sure, there's some people a bit older. Can't afford to buy can't afford to buy a. But then they're the green. But then they're the mantra and manifesto on taxing. Party's mantra and manifesto on taxing. And millionaires. Billionaires and millionaires. We already cut that off earlier on today. We already cut that off earlier on today. That it's just not going to work. That it's just not going to work. They need to actually stop lying and they need to actually stop lying and stop trying to sigh up the youth. And stop trying to sigh up the youth. It's not going to. Here because it's not going to. And when a country gets taken. And when a country gets taken. Someone like the Green Party. Over by someone like the Green Party. Which would never happen. But which would never happen. Still concerned because 18% of that. Still concerned because 18% actually freaking like them. Country actually freaking like them. Which is ludicrous. Which is ludicrous. Understand because you know they've got. Understand because you know they've playing on the heartstrings. They're playing on the heartstrings, so to speak about them. Of the youth, so to speak about them. Being the same thing that sort. Being the same thing that that sort. Did catering towards. Of Zeramani did catering towards. Migrants catering towards, you know. Migrants catering Bristol towards, Uni students and Bristol Uni students and you know the gay and lesbian sort of crowd. The gay and lesbian sort of crowd. LGBTQ. LGBTQ. And, yeah, girls you that have and, sort. Yeah, girls you that have issues with the septum. Of daddy issues with the septum. Sorry if you have a septum. Sorry if you have a septum. But I was playing. Busy, but I was playing. Around. But yeah, that this is what. But yeah, they're doing. This is what. And we're now seeing this. And we're now sort seeing of edgy culture like the Rizzle. Sort of edgy culture like the Rizzle. Giving this Zach Palinsky. Kick sort of giving this Zach Palinsky. It's almost sort of a carbon. It's almost sort of a carbon. What's what happened in New York. Copy of what's what happened in New York. Mum Danny. With Zoran Mum Danny. Too. But you see that it's ludicrous. See that it's ludicrous. Absolutely. It's absolutely. Let's have a watch at this. Let's have a watch at this. This guy was making hope normal again. This guy was making hope normal again. So, alright. I had to bring him out. So, I had to bring him out. Now. He's my boy. So, now, please everybody make some. So, please everybody make some. Zach Palinsky. Noise for Zach Palinsky. When I say riddle, you say kick. When I say riddle, you say kick. Riddle. When I say taxer, you say rich. When I say taxer, you say rich. Taxer. Mix it. Taxer. It's energy. Mix it. So it's things energy. We are not down with racism. So things we are not down Fascism. With racism. Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage. Things we are down with. Things we are down with. Solidarity. Love. Community. Solidarity. Musicians. Community. The trumpet. Musicians. Wow. The trumpet. My toes are curling like quavers. My toes are curling like quavers. Watching and listening to that. Watching and listening to that. Again, as you see, this guy is pushing. As you see, this guy is pushing. You know, look at that. Something, you know, victimhood mentality in that crowd. Victimhood mentality in that crowd. They're genuine losers. They're genuine losers. They, you know, sit around I can, you know, sit around I can. Tell that crowd in Bristol, you know. Tell that crowd in Bristol. And sorry if you're from Bristol. And sorry if you're from Bristol. Not everyone's like that, but the sort. Not everyone's like that, of Bristol Uni where they indoctrinate. Of Bristol Uni where they indoctrinate. These sort of values and super. These sort of values and super. Onto them. Left wing onto them. Mentality. They're losers that don't. They're losers that don't. They think that. Rich have stole money off of them. Rich have stole money off of them. Rich haven't. Facebook hasn't stole. Facebook hasn't stole. These individuals that smoke. Money off these individuals that every single day and sit go to. Read every single day and sit go to. Concerts. You know, I could pretty. You know, much assure you that. Much assure you that. Again, that's so again. Not going to happen anyway. Not going to happen anyway. Of whole promise is on a lie and it's promise is on a lie and they're going to be very, very shocked. They're going to be very, very shocked. One day if this ever happened, God. One day if this ever happened, forbid, God. That he would be coming into. That he would be coming into. Power. I really, really dread and I really dread and I feel for these individuals that. Really feel for these individuals think that this guy is some. Actually think that this guy is savior. Sort of savior. I can't quite believe. I can't quite believe. Zach Palinsky should, Zach Palinsky should, can we say about him? Can we say about him? Be told that he can't. Be told that he can't. Get into power on a manifesto pledge. Get into power on a manifesto pledge. And he's now trying to do the same. Lies and he's now trying to do the same. Young people and then. To these young people and then. There's going to be those social. There's going to be those social. Circles. They actually do believe. So, they actually do believe. Him which is really, really scary. Him which is really, really scary. Really, really is scary. Really, really is scary. Horrible victimhood mentality to have. Horrible victimhood mentality to have. Real victimhood mentality to have. Real victimhood mentality to have. No, the United Kingdom is built on. The United Kingdom is built on. And capitalism is your. And capitalism is your. From coming from humble. Able to go from coming from humble to becoming whatever. Beginnings to becoming whatever. These sort of socialist. These sort of socialist, this victim head mentality is, this victim head mentality contagious is, and it's quite frankly, contagious and it's disgusting. Quite frankly, Disgusting.
Yeah, the world is.
And yeah,
Going
the world
the UK is going to be a very,
Going the UK is going to be a very
dark
place with asylum
very
seekers.
dark place
with asylum
and no
seekers.
borders.
And
But
no
yeah,
borders.
very.
But yeah, interesting
very.
watch. Interesting
But,
watch.
guys,
Do let.
But guys,
Me know your
do
thoughts
let.
on this down there. Me know your thoughts on this down there.
In the comment section below.
In the comment
Hit
section
the
below. Like button
hit
and
the
hit the subscribe button. Like button and hit the
For
subscribe
more.
button. And I'll
For
see you
more.
all next. And I'll see you all
Time.
next.
Take care.
Time. Peace.
Take care.
Peace.